What's up, everybody? So this is a video probably nobody asked for, but I played Siren for 3 hours yesterday, so guess what? That's what we're talking about today. So this character is really cool. She's crazy high APM. She has very unique movement. She's really fast. She kind of like doesn't play the game like any other character, so I thought it would just be fun to talk about her, even though I obviously am not the best Siren. At least like giving you an idea of what you should expect and what you should do at like a starting level. You know, it might help somebody out who's trying to pick up the character. So let's get started. So the first thing you'll notice, obviously, is that this character has two modes. You've got your normal mode where you just kind of boost around normally, and you've got the mode where you turn into a fish and swim in the air, and your moveset completely changes. While you're in this mode, you know, you are really, really fast, but there are some downsides. Namely, you can't block and you can't step. So that means that when people attack you, you need to leave the mode and, you know, react. Otherwise, you're going to get blasted, especially by melee or high quality projectiles like I just did. But this character actually has a lot of defensive tools. She has a melee counter. She has a block that lets you act with unique actions at it, similar to Cherub. She has a super armor unblockable pressure that she can do while she's in fish mode. So you actually do have a lot of options to defend yourself. It's just that you need to be aware of them, when you should use them, and obviously that's kind of hard. The burst selection on her is kind of like choose your own adventure. A lot of people like to run F-Burst because she actually has really explosive melee damage. However, I honestly felt a lot more comfortable with S-Burst. It really feels a lot more stable and safe. The damage is obviously a bit lower, but if you're like me and you like pressing mobile armor main, it's still pretty decent and feels pretty consistent. So it's kind of like up to you what you want to do. But yeah, as you can see here, I just kind of like respawn, press S-Burst, and I mean, it's really hard to actually avoid this. Like when you're just trying to kill somebody that has low HP, I mean, there's really not much they can do against something like that except block. So try it out, it's pretty fun. Okay, so this match will actually kind of like talk about the decisions in the match. Thankfully, replays have the minimap now, so we can actually talk about positioning too, which is really nice. So this is an Aki Valkia team, so if you couldn't guess, the goal here is to stay away from both of these characters and also stay near your partner. Anytime your partner gets jumped, you need to go help them, especially because Siren's really, really fast and she can reposition herself really well. So it's up to you to kind of like make sure that your lower mobility teammate doesn't get stuck with somebody for too long. You would think this is a really rough matchup for Siren, but actually, like I was saying before, she's really, really fast. When she's in fish mode, she can press her sub and her side sub, and that gives her a lot of backwards movement that she can use to really like easily kite characters like Aki and Valkia. However, the big point in the Aki matchup that you're about to see is like, yeah, so Aki's 2 BC, you can't step it in fish mode, so if you see her do it, you need to react really fast by leaving and like either going for like melee counter or stepping. As you can see here, I take a lot of damage from this match from that move, just because like your instincts, if you're used to playing other characters, are, you know, they're not going to work. You can't step in, you can't block. You need to leave MA mode like immediately if you want anything to get done. Yeah, here I go for a melee counter like way too early. Try to be a little more thoughtful with it. Don't just like guess it like when they're vaguely close to you. Otherwise, you know, it's probably not going to work out. Just kind of like mine did. Yeah, or like here, I totally could have lived. I was just kind of flailing. Like you absolutely have the ability to defend yourself, like if you know what you're doing. Yeah, what's great about Siren is that not only do you have backwards mobility, you have forwards mobility. In fish mode, you're naturally really fast. You can move forward while shooting projectiles with forward BC. Like really just like such a good character for like moving around the map. So like if you're a kind of person that just like likes positioning well, definitely like check out this character because she will like definitely just unlock the ability to just kind of like be anywhere on the map if that's what you like. Yeah, so from the start here, we want to keep our distance while still giving Aki the attention she deserves so that she doesn't jump our partner. Here you can see the value of Siren's unique block actions, like being able to act out of block with really fast melees really lets you punish people for like overextending on you. Yeah, and here you can just kind of like see the amount of output that you can put out while moving evasively with this character is honestly like completely insane. The combination of like side sub and your MA main and the projectiles you put out when you cancel out of fish mode are like, it's so much output that you can use while moving evasively. Yeah, and here you can just see like the value of being able to just like super armor pressure while moving so fast. I mean, it's really hard for people to gauge the distance, and it makes this character like really hard to push on, especially for characters like Aki that don't have like normal projectiles, so they can't just like punish you by shooting you for being in this mode. But as I keep saying, you know, it's really important to manage your positioning. Really high quality projectiles like Keep the Dead's rockets are like, you're kind of food for them if you're not careful. I think S-Burst is really fun just because like you can weave your MA mode stuff and then like your standard projectiles as well. Like you have it's a crazy amount of output. It's not as like the kind of output as Ryan, but you're so much faster than a lot of characters that can use S-Burst that I think it really just like creates like a very like interesting and like free-flowing experience that a lot of characters don't give you. Yeah, I mean, like, this character is, like, she's seriously fast. Like, here, you'll see that even when a character, like Akigumo bursts on you, you actually can just kind of, like, get away if you plan out your movements properly. Just because you just have so much movement, you have so much output, that it's, like, really hard for characters to just, like, jump you if you're ready for it. Another big thing with this character that you might be seeing is that, like, switching your camera while performing actions is really big. Like, going after one person and then, like, switching out of MA mode and then, like, looking at the other person. You can kind of like be moving backwards away from one person, and that's moving you forward towards another person. Yeah. And it's really fun. Like the MA mode Giro, you can pretty much like put it out instantly, and people won't actually see that you've put it out. Like as you can see here. Anyway, I like this character enough that I might put like a movement guide out on her just because she's really fun. More people should play her. She's kind of whale bait though. You can cope with less, but that T5 pressure it's no joke. Anyway, see you next time.